All right, we're back. This second video is going to dive into the syllabus and explain some of the highlights on what you need to know about the syllabus. So sit back and listen. And if you want, you can go to the Start Here module on Canvas, and it'll say Welcome to Business Communications. You click on that link. And within that link, if you scroll down, you'll see a link to the full syllabus that I'm going to show you right now. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So I am now in the syllabus, and you should see me also on your bottom right of your screen. Okay, so this is the course syllabus, and I want to call attention to a couple pages in the syllabus. I know you're not going to read the whole syllabus. I wish you did, but I understand you're busy. So let me give you the highlights on the most important things you need to know. Okay, so let's start off by communication. How to communicate to me, how do I communicate to you? So if you go to page 2 of the syllabus, you'll say instructor information and communication procedures. Most important things you need to know here. Office hours. I'm available online Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12. 10 a.m. to 12. Now, it's a summer course, and I know a lot of you are working and you're busy. So there's a couple of ways you can communicate with me in the course. If it's non-urgent and you have a long question, I would prefer that you send me an email. And in Canvas, there is a menu choice that's called Inbox. You'll see that on the Canvas menu when we go into that in a second. And you click on the Inbox, and you'll select this summer course, Biz 290, section 1159, and it'll automatically email me with this course information. If you email me outside of the Canvas inbox, then you'll need to make sure you put your name and the course number that you're in the subject line of your email, okay? Because I am teaching more than one course. 10 to 12, you can reach me. I'll be on my computer awaiting your commands. I can also schedule Zoom conference calls. I'm on Zoom right now, and that's basically I push out a link, and you click on the link, and we are both chatting online. You need a webcam or a phone where you can connect with your camera, and we can actually, that's helpful because we can actually dive into the course and look at things live. So the third option, you can text me. I am giving you my cell phone number. Please know that I'm a human being and I do sleep, and I'm not available typically after 9 o'clock at night. So take heed if you're working on an assignment and it's due and it's Sunday night, it's after 9 p.m., you may not get a response back because I might be sleeping. I'm 54 years old. I do need my sleep. And I will get back to you the next day. So I've listed my cell phone number. You see it right here. And you can text me for urgent matters. Please don't abuse this text number, and try to solve your issues as much as possible and text me when there's something that's urgent, okay? If it can wait in the response, I'd prefer that you send me an email. How fast will I get back to you? Within 24 hours. Within 24 hours. Monday through Friday. Over the weekend, it might be 48 hours. Typically, I'm pretty fast. I've got it linked to my phone, so I'm going to get back to you pretty quickly. But my official response time, 24 hours Monday through Friday, 48 hours over the weekend. So you can reach me in the course directly with an email. You can request a Zoom conference if we need to talk and do more stuff. And you can also text me. You can text me and say, I want to schedule a Zoom call. I got a bunch of questions about this assignment. I love that format. It's faster to talk than to text back and forth with half-baked questions and answers. Live conversation is always best when possible. So on this page, which is page 2 of the syllabus, it also gives you, here's how to communicate with me for different situations, okay? Textbook, page 3 of the syllabus. gives you the information on the textbook. We do use the textbook in this course. And your first need for the textbook is actually at the end of week 1. Your discussion number 2 references a couple pages in the textbook. Now, you may not have the textbook by the end of week 1. I understand that. I have taken some screenshots of textbook pages to help you with that first discussion board. You can also use a couple other resources to access textbook information before you actually purchase the textbook. The second best resource is the reserve desk at the library, either the Oceanside or San Elijo campus. They both have copies of the textbook there. Okay. For quizzes, which start in week 2, look at the study guide first. That's listed in the Welcome to the Course module. The study guide link is there, so always look at the study guide before you take a quiz, because what's on the study guide is going to be on the quiz. And you can use the textbook, and you can even also maybe Google those terms, although I cannot guarantee that a Google search for terms is going to give you the right answer, and it will certainly not replace the need for the textbook. Okay. So you should be able to get along fine the first week with those first 2 discussion boards without the textbook, even though there are a few questions related to the textbook. And then by week 2, your quizzes start ramping up, and those are textbook oriented. So there's the textbook information. It's free at the library, at the reserve desk, if you want to go there and bring your laptop and take the quiz right there while you're looking at the textbook. You cannot take the textbook out of the reserve desk. So textbook is on page 3. We already talked about office hours. That's page 2 of the syllabus. Grades. The most important thing for many students, grades, are on page 5 of the syllabus. It's a 1,000 points class. Very easy to do the math. And you can see how it breaks down here into different assignments. The course has several deliverables. There's some standard written assignments that you'll do, like a persuasive letter and a bad news letter. There's our discussion assignments, which basically is our interaction element of the course, like participation in a live class. You have quizzes. Those are directly from the study guide, and those are graded automatically. When you submit them, they're graded automatically. We have a final exam. And you see the last 2 items here under course grading, which is again on page 5 of the syllabus. Analytical report, student recorded presentation of report findings, 200 points each, combined 40% of the grade. Those are your big, major project deliverables in the course. Due at the end of the semester. We only have 8 weeks. You need to get started on these quickly, not the first week, but do not wait until week 7 to start your analytical report or your recording of your analytical report. The analytical report is basically your research paper in the course. It's required for this course to transfer, so we have to have this in there. On the Start Here module of the course, there is a menu link for major projects, and under major projects, you'll see all the details and resources that you need to work on your analytical report, and also to do your recorded video, which recaps the findings of your analytical report. Okay, so we'll get into that later, but know that that's something you don't want to wait until the last minute on. So that's your points. Cautionary note about points and knowing what your grade is in the course. We have 1,000 points in the class. 900 points or higher is an A, 800 to 899 is a B, and 700 to 799 is a C. Pretty straightforward. Now in Canvas, it also shows you percentages, your percent score on things like discussion boards and your percent score on things like quizzes. Please don't assume that your percentage grade is your grade in the course. Sometimes students mistakenly look at one of the percentage columns and say, hey, I show that I have an 85% in the course. I have a B, right? And the reality might be, no, you don't. The Canvas, when it shows a percentage grade, it's based on the assignments you've turned in. So you might have an 85% overall score on the assignments turned in, but if you didn't turn in some assignments, then 85% is not your grade in the course. It actually would be lower. If you missed half the assignments and the half that you turned in were 85% score, you're actually getting an F, okay? So don't get confused with that percent of score column. And I haven't figured out how to get rid of that on Canvas, and sometimes it confuses students. It's 1,000 points total in the class. I will do routine announcements with grade updates, go off the points, not the percentages. All right, so that's course grading. A really spicy nugget that you want to be aware of as far as a resource is the Writing Center, the English Writing Center, which they have both at San Elijo and at Oceanside. I know it's an online course and you're thinking I can't get on campus. Not a problem. We have a full-blown writing center where you can submit your writing assignments electronically via email directly to the Writing Center, and that staff will proof and read and comment and return your work to you within 24 hours, Monday through Friday. So click on the link here. You can also go to the MiraCosta website, which I'm going to do now. And it will take you to the MiraCosta Writing Center, miracosta.edu. If you go into search and you go to the Writing Center, Oceanside, you see I click on that link. Here's all the information about that. And you see they have online appointments, so you can actually submit your work. So how do you use this resource? Meaning you need to write up your written assignment a few days before it's actually due, submit it to the Writing Center, they'll proof it and give you feedback, make those edits, and then turn in that corrected version for me to review and grade. Awesome resource, but it does require that you work ahead of schedule a little bit. You can't wait until Sunday when an assignment is due, turn it into the Writing Center, and expect somebody to magically be there at 11 o'clock at night, review your assignment, and get back to you, and then turn it in that same night. So build in a couple of days to use this resource. If you're not a strong writer, or if you haven't done a lot of written work in a while, I strongly encourage you to use the Writing Center and the online appointments. It's super handy. See, I click on online appointments. Boom, you can make an online appointment right there. Tells you how to do it. There's a video. There's a phone number. It is a great resource, so take advantage of it. All right, back to the syllabus. So the Writing Center, that's on page 7. And then on page 8 is where you have your weekly assignments listed. The weekly schedule. Frankly, you're going to be interfacing on Canvas, which has all the modules. The modules are what we're doing each week. And that's how you're going to know what's going on each week. So it's also here in the weekly schedule on the syllabus. If there's ever disparity on due dates between what is listed here on my syllabus and what is shown on Canvas, Canvas is correct. So the Canvas dates are correct. So they should all match up, but occasionally I do make a mistake. So the Canvas date is always correct, okay? So you see we have our 6 weeks, our 8 weeks. And basically what you have each week is a deliverable on 2 different dates. So you see here on week 1, your first deliverable is student introductions. And that's due on Wednesday, June 12th. So the class starts on the 10th, which is a Monday, and on that same week, that Wednesday, you have your first discussion, which is your introduction. And then by Sunday, you have a second introduction. So you typically have work due 2 times a week, Wednesday and Sunday. You see that for this first week, a Wednesday and a Sunday. And then we see here on week 2, you have discussion 3 on a Wednesday. And then on the Sunday date, you have discussion 4, as well as quiz 1 and 2. So most of your assignments are due on Sunday of that week. Sometimes in that week, to space things out, I'll have a discussion on Wednesday and then the rest of it on Sunday. So items are due on the dates that are listed in Canvas, which match up what's here on the syllabus. What about late work, Nate? There is a 1-day grace period on late work. So say, for example, you missed the Chapter 2 Discussion 3 that was due on Wednesday, June 19th. Oh no, you overslept, you forgot about it, whatever. You wake up the next day on the 20th. Hallelujah, you can still turn it in on Thursday the 20th. There is a late deduction. It's only 10%. After Thursday, it closes. There's a 1-day grace period. If it's due on Wednesday, you have a 1-day grace period. You can turn it on Thursday. If it's due on Sunday, like discussion 4 is due on Sunday, June 23rd, you can turn it in 1 day late, Monday, again, 10% off, okay? So know there's a 1-day grace period on this assignment. After the grace period deadline has expired, the assignment is gone and it closes. That's not because I'm a mean guy. It's because this is a compressed schedule and I got to get your grading done and back to you, okay? So the only way I survive that is I have to get work turned around quickly. I cannot honor late work after the 1-day grace period. The quickest route to getting a poor grade in this class is to not turn in work on time. So please work ahead of schedule. Here's the good news. All of your assignments are open and available and ready for you to work on right now. So you can work ahead of schedule in this class. You can work on weeks 1, 2, and 3 right when you start if you want to run ahead of schedule. But you can't work behind schedule. So please plan accordingly. All right, so that is your due dates. And make sure you do pick through the syllabus and kind of look at this information, okay? All right, so you know how to contact me, you know what your office hours are, etc. I'm going to stop this video. So our first video was a welcome and some key success tips. This second video here is taking us through the syllabus. The third video, with the next one, is going to actually go into the Canvas course and show you some of the key things that you need to know there. All right. Thank you for listening.